I was alluding to the fact that I don't always follow the rules. I like to make it up as I go. And the way that I said that was, I don't cook from a recipe, I cook from my heart.
Good morning, guys. I was just working up here in the working room, finished editing the vlog, made some more I Choose Joy tote bags. If you looked on our online store, at one point last week they went out of stock, but we were able to restock those, so just thought I'd throw that out there. And I hear Mary venting the instant pot.
The pot of instant cooking.
What you making?
Soup.
Chicken noodle?
Chicken poodle.
Chicken poodle. You guys want to know the story behind chicken poodle soup? Well, when Mary was in the hospital all the time at Boston Children's Hospital, and we would get her meals from the cafeteria. So I would go down, she could call and like get a voucher printed in the cafeteria, and I could go pick out the food for her. So I'd always go down and I would text her what the soups were. And
It like autocorrected.
I think it was an autocorrect where I sent her chicken poodle soup.
No. You were sending me chicken noodle and it switched it to poodle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I was trying to send chicken noodle and it sent her chicken poodle. Ever since then, we've pretty much called chicken noodle soup chicken poodle soup. Anyways, there were no poodles harmed in the making of this soup. That sounds delicious. It's a rainy, gloomy day today.
Yeah. I need to go change my clothes and get out of this sweatshirt so I can maybe like get some more things done. Cause Harry just keeps coming up to me and like, meow, meow. And I'm like, oh, you need snugs.
And he crawls inside your sweatshirt.
Yeah. And then my watch is buzzing. Time to stand up. And I'm like, stop it. No. It's more like this. What's it buzzing for? Hard pass. Freezer prep. When you prep vegetables and put them in the freezer, and then you pull them out on a rainy day, it is pretty sweet. This is what I have in my soup so far. Some chicken, corn, carrots, I almost said asparagus, celery, and those are some little pieces of purple onion that I had in a freezer bag as well. And I'm pretty excited. These are the noodles I'm going to use. This is my little fish. You boil it for about 10 minutes in your soup, and it helps put iron in your food. The other benefit of chopping vegetables and freezing them is that when you have the time, or that's my fishy timer, when you have the time or energy or ingredients and you're up for a lot of chopping, you get, you know, all the dishes dirty, the chopping board and the knife, and that's about it. You get them dirty, you do all the chopping, and then a couple months down the road when you're making soup and it fogs up your camera, you have all the vegetables already chopped, so you don't have to get your chopping board dirty again. Okay, I fished out the fishy, and now I will go wash him off and let the soup, I'm gonna turn down the heat, put a lid on it, and let it simmer for a long time. Fishy is washed and dried and back where he belongs. Ooh, side note. I am really excited. You can see I've added yet another container in here. Cheese box, cracker box. I am so excited. I have a plan for this drawer. I'm excited for when this plan can happen, but you buy thin, light wood, so like poplar or, what's it called? Balsa wood, and you like make a divider that kind of permanently stays in the drawer. I'm sure it's not actually permanent. And then you can make the little dividers exactly the sizes that you need. I am really excited about this, but I don't know when that'll happen. So for now, Cracker Box it is.
Okay guys, I'm in the working room working for most of the day, and I have to show you something crazy. Okay, let me open this up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was just working on my computer. Guys, last August, not this past August, but a year and a month ago. Oh wait, was it August or July? I'm feeling like it was July. Hey Mayor, when did you have your sinus surgery? July 5th. Okay, so a year and 2 months ago, I dropped my laptop while Mary was in the hospital, and it landed like right here on the corner, and it knocked out the bottom like 2.5 inches of my screen. So I have, for the last year and 2 months, been using my computer and sliding all the windows up so that it's just not using the bottom 2.5 inches. A year and 2 months later, and I took the computer apart. I took the bottom of the computer, checked all the connections to the screen to see if it was just like something loose, but there was clearly damage from the drop. Anyways, I was like, I really don't want to replace this computer. It has mostly been working great. It's had some issues since then, but I was like, I'm gonna see how long. I didn't think I'd last a year using a computer with 2.5 inches of the screen not working. I do have a monitor that every once in a while, if I'm working on a big video project, I'll hook up to the monitor and use that. But by and large, I've just used the screen that's broken. Guys, today, a year and 2 months later, the bottom 2.5 inches of my screen is working. You can see there's lines, there's a line right there and some lines right there, but this has all been black, or just like a repeat of the top of the screen down here. Just completely unusable, and then all of a sudden I can use the bottom of my screen. That is so weird. Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm really thankful that that started working, but I have a feeling once I move my computer it'll stop working, so I'm gonna leave it here in this spot for a while and just be thankful I got some extra breathing room on my computer screen.
We just came down from the 3rd floor. We were recording a few podcasts, and let's check on the soup. Okay, I put the spatzels in, and this is what happens every time. The broth basically disappears, but I'm okay with that. I think it looks delicious. So that's what we have for dinner. Perfect timing. 4:48. That's what time we like to eat. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. Peter and I have been talking about a new design. It came from a random line that I said
when you were doing yoga
with Jonathan, like we were doing acro yoga or team yoga, whatever, when my sister and Jonathan and Wesley were here a few weeks ago. Well, it's kind of like I say, I don't cook with a recipe. I cook with my heart. Why is it funny? I was alluding to the fact that I don't always follow the rules. I like to make it up as I go. And the way that I said that was, I don't cook from a recipe, I cook from my heart. And these three, Jonathan, Rachel, and Peter, laughed so hard. And then a lot of you guys agreed with them that that was hilarious. And I was like, okay, I'll be a comedian.
But it didn't just come from that little yoga session. Like, Mary has been expressing that sentiment in her cooking for the last year, I think, where she feels so constrained by a recipe.
If it says finely chop, or like, yes, if it gives me too much detail, I'm like, I'm not getting another chopping board out. I'm gonna use the same one. Like, don't tell me what to do.
And let's face it, you like to make up, like kind of like the soup today.
Yeah.
So
There's no recipes. So if you want a recipe, I'm probably not the right person for you in the cooking department. But if you want to cook from your heart, come along on the journey. That was my... Okay, so anyway, we've been talking about this design.
Yeah.
I don't cook from a recipe, I cook from my heart. And look what Peter came out and showed me today.
I made this today without Mary knowing.
He surprised me. So we bought these aprons to make some sort of decal for it, and I love what you did. Like, I love it so much. It was so much better than I imagined. See, I imagine a design in my head, and then Peter comes up with something like a million times better. So, high fives to you. I love it. I love it. If you guys would like one, we're gonna make them. So we're gonna make these decals by hand. Well, the machine's gonna do it, then we're gonna do it by hand. Put them on here. So if you want one, you can order one today. And since these come from our house, we'll probably ship them out like really, really soon. Whereas like our apparel goes through a separate manufacturer, so it takes longer. These won't take as long.
So they're just simple black aprons with our, I don't cook with a recipe, I cook with my heart. They've got,
They can't see it. Here, jump.
Okay.
Ties.
Ties in the back.
So
and
I want to see if I can make this shorter on me.
Here, why don't you try it on? So, I think if you need to make the...
Yeah, because it's a... Well, that's actually... Well, depends on what you like,
You
I
can
guess.
tie a knot in the...
Yeah. In the little neck strap thing. Oh, I love it! That's so cute! And then just, if you need to wash it in your washing machine as normal, and then just hang dry it. It'll help the decal to last longer. But I hope you guys like it. I love it. I love the design. And it's just fun. And a lot of you guys were asking, like, when we first were talking about, I don't cook with a recipe, I cook with my heart. You were like, you guys should make something with that. So we had already been kind of thinking about it, and then when you guys said that, we were like, we gotta do this, let's just do it.
And we thought, what better than aprons?
Yeah. Ah!
That's really cute, huh?
We just finished dinner. It was delicious. I'm so glad that worked out. I've also been informed by my husband that I was saying my own quote incorrectly. I don't cook with a recipe, I cook. Oh! I still said it wrong in my head. Okay, the real quote is, I don't cook with a recipe, I cook with my heart. There it is.
What do you think, Ollie? Should we go for an evening walk? Would that be a nice idea? Hey guys, Mary's doing her best. We're wrapping things up for the night, and
as always,
we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Say, go get an apron on the online store.